Hello, hello, hello. Sorry, I've done what I needed to do. A psycho way. No, it's not. I'm not a psych. It's not, I don't mean psychopath way or sorry, you're in whatever. I just mean when you think you need to go because you might need to go and you don't really need to go. That makes sense. So it's when you think you might need to go, you don't think you need to go, but you better go. Anyway, hello, everybody. Hello, Vicky. Oh, thank you. Well, I waited to see if some more people come in, but they may not. So what we've got is I got these from Penta. I think that's part of Penta, isn't it? Assume so. Yeah, Penta Club. So I'm just going to get one of these. Now you don't need this, but I'm just saying this in my new work. What I would be doing is drawing a seahorse, then taking it into something else, and then doing a 3D version. So I managed to find a load of these. Now, seriously doesn't matter if you don't have these. I can't remember where I got them. I'm pretty certain they're from Doofer's, Doofer Woofer. What's his name? Tim Oates. Pretty certain. And the reason I've got these is because I thought these would actually make it easier to draw around or inspiration. So I got these. Please don't ask me where I got them. I haven't got a clue. I'd love to tell you, but I don't know. There's all sorts of different ones. So I'm going to show you a quick way of doing them. But if I was doing this, say, for three-dimensional purposes, I would be banging these all on together and I'm painting them and doing whatever. Hi, Jenny. So I would. I'm on Facebook today, aren't I? No. Oh, I'm on doop doo doop doo doop doo. I'm on YouTube today. Woohoo! I never know what I'm on because it don't tell me, and I have to keep looking, and I don't really want to look. Right, okay, but I'm going to do a really interesting one, so I'll put them on there so we can see. Now, this book was £3 or £4, and I would advise getting one because the lovely paper. This is limited edition. Finders keepers in pinks. Then I did drawing on them, obviously, and then a bit of neuro, and then the goldfish that we did last time. Oh no, and then the doofer. Hello, Linda. Thank you. So I thought what we could do is maybe we'll get these as inspiration. I'm going to quickly draw one. Now I would trace it normally, but because I'm drawing this on the top, I'm going to go straight from this into this. So I'm going to draw one. So I just got those. Oh, it's all water on there. I don't like that. If I have water on it, I know it'll go a bit Pete Tong. So I'm going to go with this one. So I'm going to go with. Oh, my neck. Sorry. I'm going to go with something that I can see. A bit. Oh, come on. Something that I can see a little bit easier. I'm just going to maneuver my screen around a bit so because I can't see anybody. Right. We've only got 7. Oh, what a shame. I'll have to do what Lou Collins does. He gets lots of views, and that's what I want people to view it, simply because I think personally, there's a lot of scope for everybody. Now, also, you can use a compass, which is easy. Oh, tell me about it, Linda. Happy, trappy, frappy, crappy. You know what I mean? And all you want is a blooming coffee. You used to go, can I have a coffee, please? Now it's like 3 hours to get it, and you're queuing. You might, oh, it's ridiculous. So anyway, I thought I would go with showing you how to do a sort of freehand one, not too 3D because I think that's been taking it a little bit too much. But then I've got one that I'd like to go even further with this and make it really funky. So I'm going to be ready. Are you ready? So I'm going to draw a very quick one to get the shape from this. So I'm just going to draw it in. It doesn't have to be perfect because, as you know, um, I'm it's a bit big there for the belly, so I might have to take that down a bit. I'm trying to do it quick so that you're not watching loads of rubbish. Now, come on. I put my nice rubber in here. I'll have to use my pen one. Not a lover of this one for this because it's not right for your pens. It's made for your pens. So let's go there. There. And that's dropped on the flaming floor. Right, so I've got a basic starting point. Okay. So we've got that there. Then we've got the belly. And I need to make that a little bit bigger. So, excuse me. So when I was drawing it the other day, it was basically these shapes, all right? So we can make it 3D using all the stuff I've got, or we can make it 2D, looking 3D. Not got many people in today. It's strange, isn't it? Wow. I'm down to 5. Right. Okay. So I've got this, and I'm thinking that'll go really nicely there. Um, so let's do it. So we have on this one, this here. So let's get that there. Okay. So I'll show you with the thingy in a minute. Then on the roof on the head, use that again, or we could look for inspiration from some of these. So it's nose, mouth, and then for um, a smaller version there to fit it on page. Get me? So that might be a bit too big. So right, let me just get the nose in now. So there we go. So if we get the nose in like that, I can then see. So I've put the line in for the nose, and there's our fan bit. Do you get me? So we've got the fan bit there, we've got the belly fan there, And I'm looking at this, and we don't have to have it like that. We could actually have it off like that, which I think might be nice. Yeah, I like that because then it'll look more like pipes. So I'm going to change this into pipes. I think. Don't know yet. So on here we've got this. We've got this. This would be a great stamp. This might even make one. Do some steampunk. And once you get drawing, I mean, I've been really heavily drawing just recently. I've been doing my architecture, which I've adored. I really have looked a bit weird just concentrating on that, but I've loved it. Loved it. Here, what I would do is I would get like a circle and then maybe even you could even have that, stick that on as an eye. Yeah. So it might need a little bit of a extra crown there. Oh, that's the same size. So I'm just looking. Okay. So round here, I could draw this shape. So let's get going. Anyway, so this is going to be this. It might be a bit big. So let's get going, shall we? So the first thing I'm going to do is copy the edges. So I've got this here. So I'm just going to put in this little bit here. And then I'm just going to go 1, 2, 3. And then in the middle. Okay. Now that might be enough, or you might want more. So then if you do, we go in between. And then what will that do? Well, that means that we can go put a little mark on each one halfway. Oh, that looks a bit. Oh, I've gone and done it. Let me do it again. Rubbish that one. So we go there, there, there. Like that. That's better. So we can go down like that. So what might be easier if separating it like that makes sense to you, which it does to me. So we go where there's a line, we'll go down like a U or an N. Okay. Nearly lost you then. So we've got this down and up, down and up. And then what I can do is in the middle of that, put your little line. Now don't forget, I'm going to go over this with pen. Like that. Away, come back. So we've done that on there. Let's try on here. So we've got other ones where they're a bit smaller, rounded ones. So we could do that today on this today. So this doesn't have to be perfect. It's just a way of showing you. So if we do, that looks a bit too flowery for me. So I'm not going to do flowers. I'm going to do a U again. Like that. So we've got, I might make that like that. So Can you see it's got a little bit of a... Yeah, love it. That's better. So I'll keep that on, but it's got more of a... Yeah, I like that. I'll show you in a minute. So we've got that. Could even do them a bit round. Then another one round here where we just go... Oops. Like that. So we've got cog on the eye. We could have a little cog on the nose because they have... I think, personally, if I'm honest with you, I need to bring that a bit of a dip there because it looks a bit... So here, what we can do is do lines like that. And do we end there and have it sort of looking at this now? We've got these lines here. We could actually I like that on there, but it needs its right. I'm going to put that little bit there. So it's going to be... It looks a bit strange. Let me draw it properly for you. So basically, I need something that's round. I could draw, you see, I could even just draw around this. Like that, and give myself the head bit, which I might do actually. Looks quite good. And this is the head piece, so there we go. So that's the head bit. Like it. Thin on the head, which is totally... I don't know whether I want... Should I have that on there, go in there? We'll see when we draw it. But here, we've got these bits coming down now, and they make more sense because they're coming from behind this earpiece. So what we can do is have sections like the inside of watches, like that. And then we can do some little edges like that. And then the next one we could have maybe see this here, quite like that there. And then little pieces in here. Like that. So I quite like that. So we could make that three-dimensional as well. And I'm looking at this now. We could look at we could do washes. Oh, I've got an idea. So we've got that going on there, and then here we've got we go over it and then there and then go over it and down again. And then so what we've got is almost pipes. like that. So we've got like pipes, do you get it? Coming round. I'm going to get the pen on it now because I think we can do a bit of handwork on this. So, oh, that's a bit thick. Oh, it's a one. It's a 1 point. It's a bit big. No, we'll go with a 5. Right, okay, so I'm going to go with it. So the first thing I'm going to do is put the head on. And I'm going to just remember where my little shapes are. So now, as you know, it never matters where you put your underneath because your underneath, it's a guideline. It's not your be all and end all. So this is called castellations. Um, yeah, it does come from the word castle, and it's the castellations on top. Okay, screw for the eye, and then here we're just going to go with what I drew before. So this time I've decided I'm going to make that flow better. So I know I need to get it here. So each one of these is going to go smaller like that. Do you get me? And it looks a bit strange that, doesn't it? So what I might do is put the see you could have that there, but I think that might be a bit strange. So I'll put this on here straight away. And then that way I'm going to get some body to it. Here. And then here we're going to get like that. So we've got our cogs on the back. Hi, Jane. There we go. That doesn't have to be perfect because when you do your colour. So we've got that. That might be better coming in on here. So let me just put on the in. And then here, the spiky one, which is like these. So they look cool on there. And I think join up the body. Now it looks a bit better. So quite like the idea of the pipes. So I'm just going to go now. You can see that I'm leaving where they join up because I want to be able to marry that up in a minute. And if I do it over it, then I'm just going to see lines, and I don't want to see the lines going sort of over. I want to leave them so I can, add them in. Now here I've made it a little bit bigger, and I've just, there we go. So it's gone right that way. Okay. Put a curl a bit if you want on it. So here we're just going to have a like that. Putting that pipe thing on. Like that. Covers a multitude of sins. Well, it all depends on what sins are, isn't it? So we've got the pipe that it looks like a pipe now. I'll just put one in here and join it up. So it looks like a pipe. Even if it doesn't really matter because it's all. So here I'm just going to draw the belly. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to draw a couple more compartments, I think. So I'm going to go and then some screws there. And all it is it's just with a little thing on it, like a. So you could do posi drive or whatever you want. So now we're looking at this one, and I'm thinking we need sections that sort of come together like this. So I like this idea of compartments and then nuts and bolts. So we can, like that one there's a posi drive. There we go. So we've got like a nuts and bolts up here. And then here, let's go with a. And then if you've only got like little bits shown, just put little bits on because then it looks like it's underneath. Round taking sort of showing underneath. And then here what we'll do is looks like a nut. And again, we'll show the other side of this. Like windows. That's it. And then another one here which I quite like the like that. I think I need something round there in a bit, but I'll think of that in a minute. And then the last little bit, we'll add what we did up here. Okay, so we've got this correlation now. I quite like the idea of something up here. So what might be an idea is a washer and a bolt. Like that. I think I might need a... That's better. Okay, so we've more or less done it now. So let's get this rubbed out. Let's see what we've got. Hiding beneath. This is it's an old-fashioned rubber. This for pen. It's from school days. They never rub out pen. Mystic eraser. You can't have stuff like that now, can you? You can't have these like magical, these false advertising things. So you can't have like miracle this unless you can prove it and all that. I'm not saying you can't have that word, but I'm just saying that it unless you can prove what you're stating, you can't say it, can you? So I'm looking at that, and I still think there could be a couple of... Right, it looks a bit bare up here. So what I might do is just put another one on there. That's so much better. It's not as shut off. And add another one. Ah, better. So like that. Just add a little bit. I think I might put the screws on there. Right. So half an hour. I hope people are enjoying that. That's the same basically. So we've took it into a different place. And all I'm going to do now is add I'm just going to add pencil shading. Not going to do a lot. I don't think it needs it. So here, I'm just going to do, should be the other one really. Shouldn't really be that one. It should be the bigger one. There it is. I can shade with this one. Right, so all I'm going to do is darken it here. Might not look that different now, but then like that. So smudge away, and I'll show you why in a minute. I'm not going to do the white bit yet because it'll just be pointless. So in here, what I could show you is on my Patreon, I'll take this further and we could go into what's it called, the alcohol pens as well. So these are like little windows into the snapshots, of the gears working and stuff. Now these in different colours would be brilliant, like things like coppers and stuff like that would be brilliant. Now, the reason I'm doing this is so that, like that, and then I can do, there we go. Just do some hatching around it. Well, not so much hatching, but a bit of shading so that I can pick out things that need to be picked out. Using my finger smudging and stuff. Oh, do I need that or that? I think it'll be best with this one. And here we'll just do spaces around. Like that. Sorry about that. I'm going to do some negative drawing here. Positive, negative. So got that. We could put a little bit round here. Just going to smudge this in with the oil from my fingers. See, if you use the shading, which is on the side, you don't put that harsh line on it. Whereas if you go in with your drawing or writing way, it does look. You don't want really the pencil strokes or lines to show. You just want them in the background. This would look good on black paper, white paper, grey paper, using different coloured pens. Don't know, you don't have to be exact with this because at the end of the day, it's if you're using colour, it would be different again, wouldn't it? So I'm just going to put in some darker bits here. And I'm not taking too much care. I'm just trying to stay out of those lines, but I'm not worried too much. And then let's see here. I think if we did there we go. We've got a bit of a line here. You can always add more to it if you so wish, as always. And then all I'm doing is adding a tiny bit of colour or graphite, sorry, to the edges. Ooh, it's a bit. Now, if you've noticed I've not rubbed out any lines yet. Well, there's a reason for that. Hopefully it'll come clear in a minute. There we go. So Right, now what we do is we get our rubber and we clean up just little areas. So that now the pencil shading has more impact. So I'm using the side of the rubber as well now. So let's go with this. There. I'm not taking all of it away. I'm just taking the top layer where the light would hit it. Now this is what we call drawing with the rubber. We're actually taking elements away. And even if you've only got a tiny bit, that tiny bit makes a huge difference. So let's go now with just that's better. So in an hour or less, we've got the drawing that we did converted now to a steampunk. Oh, no good. Converted to a steampunk. So we started with that, and we've converted it to a steampunk now. You could play with this for ages, getting the shading right, but I'm not going to bore you to that. But in 3/4 of an hour, we've gone from that to that. There we go. You can really sharpen it up with a smaller pencil now, like on one side, and here, get rid of that. So it's just on the inside. And this really helps use pencil shading as well, because you get to use different pressures, different pencils. And you could spend hours doing it. Or not. When you've done, you can get your white pen on it. But hey, yeah, do the 3D mixed media one. That could be my next one. That'd be cool, wouldn't it? Maybe on Monday, we'll go even further and we'll take our drawing into mixed media. How's that? And if you just do a little bit of shading like that. That starts to make it look a little bit more round as well, I hope to say. Like that. Just the edges. And all it does is just gives it form. Like that. So I'm happy with that. I'm really happy with that. We've gone from that in an hour to that. And then we can do a 3D one. So I hope you enjoyed that. We have not had many people today, and a bit gutted about that. But the ones that matter are here, and people might watch it again. So I will just look at my fingers to get off that. Sorry about that. Not very ladylike, is it? So I will love you and leave you, but I will be back bright and early at 12 o'clock on Monday, I think. Monday or Tuesday, but Monday. I'm hoping it to be Monday and Friday. And then when this blooming cast properly comes off and everything's sorted, I'll do into the weekly Patreon. I keep promising all this rubbish, don't I? Well, it's not rubbish, but I keep promising stuff, and I'm like never getting it to you. So I need to buckle down and do it. So I will love you and leave you, and I will see you Monday. But I can't wait to see what you do as well. And a big shout out to Michelle, teaching others. Brilliant. Take care. Bye.